Remember when breakfast was shared in a snug little corner of the kitchen? Sunlight spilling through lace curtains as you sipped coffee? Or when a sturdy wooden box kept the family's meat cool and safe? Even on the hottest summer day? These once essential touches gave kitchens a warmth and character we rarely see anymore. Today, we're stepping back in time to explore 11 old kitchen features that have vanished over the years, each one a reminder of how home once felt. 1. Dining nooks, breakfast nooks. Coming in at number 1. The dining nook, sometimes called the breakfast nook, was the heart of many mid-20th century kitchens. Tucked into a cozy corner, these built-in benches often hugged a small table, creating an intimate spot for quick family breakfasts, afternoon snacks, or late-night chats over tea. Sunlight would stream in through nearby windows, and the cushions, often covered in cheerful vinyl or patterned fabric, made the space as welcoming as it was practical. Beyond charm, these nooks were cleverly designed. Many benches had storage compartments underneath, perfect for keeping table linens, extra dishes, or even kids' board games close at hand. They were inspired by the snug seating of European cafes and English pubs, bringing a touch of that warmth into American homes. By the late 20th century, as open floor plans took over and dining spaces merged with living areas, the humble nook began to disappear. But for those who remember them, dining nooks weren't just a place to eat, they were a place where mornings felt slower, conversations lingered, and the kitchen truly felt like the center of home life. 2. Tiled countertops. Coming in at number 2. Tiled countertops were a staple of mid-century kitchens, especially through the 1940s and 1950s. With their smooth ceramic surfaces and endless color options, from crisp white squares to sunny yellows and pastel blues, they brought personality and durability to the kitchen. Families loved the fact that tiles could stand up to hot pans, rolling pins, and everyday wear, while the glossy finish reflected light and brightened the space. But beauty had its price. The grout between tiles was notorious for trapping crumbs and stains, making it a chore to keep spotless. As the decades rolled on, homeowners turned to sleeker options like laminate, solid surface, and later granite, which offered the same durability without the constant scrubbing. Still, walk into a well-preserved vintage home today and you might find those original tiled counters. Their colors unfaded, their edges perfectly intact. They're a testament to a time when kitchen design balanced charm and practicality, even if it meant a little extra elbow grease after dinner. 3. Linoleum flooring. Coming in at number 3. Linoleum flooring was the cheerful underfoot companion of countless mid-20th century kitchens. First invented in 1860 by Englishman Frederick Walton, linoleum was made from natural ingredients like linseed oil, cork dust, and wood flour. By the 1940s and 1950s, it was everywhere, brightly patterned, easy to clean, and gentle underfoot compared to cold tile. From checkerboard reds and whites to floral inlays, linoleum made kitchens feel both practical and playful. Its biggest appeal was accessibility. Linoleum was budget-friendly, durable, and could be installed by handy homeowners. Families loved how a quick mop brought back its shine, and how it added a burst of personality to even the smallest kitchens. Over time, newer materials like vinyl and laminate edged it out, promising more variety and less maintenance. Yet, linoleum has seen a quiet revival in recent years thanks to its eco-friendly nature. For those who remember the warm glow of patterned linoleum beneath their feet, it's more than just a floor, it's part of the soundtrack of family life, complete with the sound of chairs scooting in for dinner. 4. Hoosier Cabinets. Coming in at number 4. The Hoosier Cabinet was the ultimate kitchen command center of the early 1900s. Named after the Hoosier Manufacturing Company of Indiana, these freestanding cabinets were a one-stop station for cooking, baking, and storage, with built-in flour sifters, sugar bins, spice racks, and a pull-out enamel work surface. They turned even the smallest kitchens into efficient workspaces. Back in a time before built-in cabinetry was standard, the Hoosier cabinet offered a level of organization that homemakers treasured. The tin-lined bread box kept loaves fresh. Glass-fronted jars showed off dry goods. And everything you needed for a pie crust or Sunday roast was within arm's reach. As kitchen design evolved in the mid-20th century, built-in counters and cabinets replaced these all-in-one wonders. But for those who grew up with one, a Hoosier cabinet wasn't just furniture, it was the warm heart of the kitchen. Where flour dust mingled with the smell of fresh bread and a family's recipes lived in easy reach. 5. Push-button stoves. Coming in at number 5. Push-button stoves were the picture of futuristic cooking in the 1950s. Instead of the familiar twist of knobs, these sleek appliances offered a neat panel of buttons to control burners and ovens. It felt modern, almost space-age, like something you'd see in a World's Fair kitchen of tomorrow. Homemakers loved the clean, streamlined look, and some models even boasted built-in timers that could shut off the oven automatically, adding a touch of convenience and safety. The buttons often came in bright colors or labeled with neat chrome lettering, giving the kitchen a stylish edge. Yet as technology advanced, these stoves fell out of favor. Knobs proved more durable, easier to repair, and simpler for precise temperature control. By the late 20th century, push-button ranges were mostly gone from showrooms. Still, for anyone who remembers pressing a button to fire up a burner, these stoves bring back the excitement of a time when the kitchen was embracing the future, one button at a time. 6. Pull-down ironing boards. Coming in at number 6. Pull-down ironing boards were a clever space-saving feature found in many mid-20th century kitchens and laundry rooms. Built right into the wall or a cabinet, they could be folded down in seconds when needed, then tucked neatly away, leaving the room uncluttered. For busy homemakers, this was a game-changer. No more dragging a bulky board from the closet or struggling to set it up before pressing clothes. Some pull-down boards even came with built-in lights and electrical outlets, making ironing faster and more convenient. They fit perfectly with the post-war emphasis on efficiency, when every square foot of the home was designed to make chores easier. As electric irons became lighter and homes began including dedicated laundry rooms, the need for a kitchen ironing station faded. But for those who remember the soft creak of the board unfolding and the warm hiss of a fresh press, it's a reminder of a time when even the most ordinary tasks had a place right in the heart of the home. 7. Wall-mounted can openers. Coming in at number 7. Wall-mounted can openers were once a must-have in every busy kitchen from the 1950s through the 1970s. Fixed securely to the wall, usually near the counter, these handy gadgets made opening cans quick, tidy, and effortless. No rummaging through drawers or worrying about losing your opener. With one swift turn of the handle, you could pop open soup, vegetables, or fruit cocktail for dinner prep. Their popularity stemmed from sheer convenience. Mounted high enough to stay clean and out of the way, they freed up counter space and kept the kitchen organized. Many were chrome-plated or brightly painted to match the kitchen's color scheme, becoming as much a part of the decor as the cabinets themselves. Over time, electric models and compact handheld openers took over, and the wall-mounted versions slowly disappeared from modern homes. Today, they're a charming relic of mid-century design, still spotted in retro kitchens and sometimes rescued from antique shops by those who remember their satisfying click and turn rhythm. 8. Built-in flour sifters. Coming in at number 8. Built-in flour sifters were a baker's dream in early to mid-20th century kitchens, often tucked into a cabinet door or mounted inside a Hoosier cabinet. These clever devices allowed you to sift flour directly into your mixing bowl with just a turn of the crank. For homemakers who baked bread, pies, and cakes from scratch, it was a time saver that also kept the kitchen tidier. No more clouds of flour drifting across the countertop. Many sifters were designed to hold several pounds of flour at once, ready for the next big baking day. They were a symbol of an era when baking wasn't an occasional weekend project but a regular part of daily life, with recipes passed down through generations. As pre-sifted flour and electric mixers became more common, the need for built-in sifters declined, and they gradually vanished from modern kitchens. Yet for those who remember the gentle scrape of the sifter's mesh and the soft mound of flour piling into a bowl, it's a sound and sight that will always feel like home. 9. Meat safes. Coming in at number 9. Meat safes were once an essential part of kitchen life before the age of modern refrigeration. Usually made of wood or metal, these cabinets featured mesh or perforated panels that allowed air to circulate while keeping flies and other pests out. Placed in the coolest part of the kitchen or pantry, a meat safe could keep meats, cheeses, and other perishables fresh for days, especially in rural areas where ice deliveries weren't daily. Some designs even included a compartment for a block of ice, making them a primitive but effective cold storage solution. Their practical design was often paired with simple craftsmanship, and in many homes, the meat safe became a well-worn fixture, its shelves lined with butcher paper and jars. As affordable refrigerators became commonplace by the mid-20th century, the meat safe's role faded into history. Today, surviving examples are prized by collectors for their rustic charm and as a reminder of a time when food preservation was a careful daily ritual, not the press of a button. 10. Rolling pin drawers. Rounding out our list, the rolling pin drawer was a small but ingenious feature in many old kitchens. Built with a gentle curve or cradle to hold a rolling pin snugly. This specialized drawer kept one of the most important baking tools within easy reach. For homemakers who baked bread, pies, and cookies on a weekly, sometimes daily, basis, it meant no more digging through crowded utensil drawers or worrying about the pin rolling away. Often found in early to mid-20th century cabinetry, these drawers were usually placed near a flour bin or work surface, making them part of an efficient baking station. The smooth wood interior prevented dents in the pin, and some even had a shallow cover to keep it dust-free. As kitchens shifted toward more flexible storage solutions and baking became less of a daily necessity, the rolling pin drawer quietly disappeared. Today, it's a charming curiosity in vintage cabinets, evoking the scent of fresh pie crusts and the sound of a rolling pin thumping rhythmically against a countertop. So, which of these old kitchen features do you remember most? Was it the cozy nook where your family shared Sunday breakfast? Or the rolling pin drawer that seemed to hold 100 memories in its simple design? We'd love to hear your favorite in the comments below. And if this trip through vintage kitchens warmed your heart, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us again as we explore more forgotten treasures from America's past. After all, every piece of the past has a story worth telling.